Okay, this will be an interesting one. If we can make it look interesting. It looks pretty boring, but we can do something to make it interesting, I'm sure. I don't know how big we're going to make it, so we're going to have a look and see what we're going to do with it. Going to probably make it into a negative image. Stupid user interface, honestly. No, I don't want it. Fuck this stupid machine, stupid design. So over it, folks. So over the Konica Minolta's preoccupation with profit. It shows. It's rubbish. Everything they make is rubbish. I fucking hate the way the industry's gone. We're going to go use this one instead. I'm so over the way the industry's all about money. There is no photocopier company that I know of that's made anything good, anything useful, as far apart from being able to make a copy. And it's just hard work to work out some of these equipments, or at least when you're involved with authentication systems. So making a copy with an authentication system attached to it can be a fucking nightmare. So this hasn't got authentication. This is my own machine I got on a bank loan. Fucking expensive, but you know, what can I say? Anyway, we're photocopying this. Asthma and healthy pregnancy. See if we can make it look good. Alright, it's a bit smaller than A6, and on the, we're going to have to make it bigger. But yeah, it's just the industry's full of money fucking, and it's just not, they just don't care about the product anymore, or the experience of the customer. I'm just so over the way they just put profits first, quick profit. They don't have any sense of any good ideas to add to make any new, they can't even make any new features. It's all the same old shit, different smell, so to speak. They just don't have any creative vision or it's not practical, and they just use too much plastic, make the hardware last only 5 years, and then you got to fucking outlay for a new machine. It's bloody awful, folks. Anyway, that looks quite interesting. Even that little bit at the bottom doesn't look too bad. But basically, the industry is just a big money raking rort. It's just such a rort. And yet, people, well, what can we do? You know, as customers, we have to basically upgrade our machine. Not upgrade. Upgrading is not the word we use for replace. Replacement is the word. We got to talk about it being replaced, not upgraded. Upgrade means software is improved, the hardware is improved. We do not call it upgrade when we're in fact replacing. People get confused with that stupid euphemism for replace. Upgrade, even it's become stuck in my fucking lingo, and I'm ashamed that I fucking used that phrase, or partly used it just then. It is not upgrading. Upgrading is to replace maybe a moving part, or a piece of software might be improved to get rid of bugs like what you get on your mobile phone, but it's replacement is the operative word. I'm sick of the word upgrade or update. It's so badly used, and it just pisses me off that it's become normal to replace a whole equipment rather than just truly updating it in the real sense of the term update. It's wrong. But what can we do, folks? What can we do to stop these companies from ripping us off? How can we stop this, folks? How do we do it? How do we make something? How do we defeat these cunts who just want to rip us off at every corner? Because they don't care about the job they do. They don't care about the money. They do. They care about the money, but they don't care about the product, and they don't care about the customer. They don't care about the experience of the customer. They are fucked. They are fucking idiots, folks. The photocopier industry is full of fuckwits. Absolute and utter crap. Crappy people who just don't know any better than to fucking rip off the customer and to rip off the planet by making more equipment which uses a lot of electricity and a lot of water and minerals, and it's just not good for the planet. Now that looks interesting. I don't know if I actually like it, but basically this photocopier industry is a money-making rort, and it's just got to be stopped. I don't know how we're going to stop it, but basically I have to show up what is being done about what these machines are really like, that it's not a positive experience. It's just so wrong the way the industry has become so mean-spirited and horrible. I'm actually wondering if we can make this better, or we're going to just leave it like this. I don't know if I like this design of this, but basically the industry is so full of it, so full of scandalous types of people running it, and they don't do a good job, and it shows in the workmanship and it shows in the customer experience. And then when you combine your photocopier with an authentication system like what you have in a library, you've got more problems. The card readers are often don't seem to be compatible with, or whatever. I don't know what goes on, but all I know is that my experience of using heaps of machines with authentication systems, barcode scanners, card readers, PIN numbers, library numbers, or combinations of some of these things, well, I found them very difficult, and I had to often get help from a librarian. So I'm not happy with the way the industry is. The industry's got to learn, and basically somehow something has to be done about it to show these fucking idiots that they're not in charge, that they will eventually be taken over by someone who's got a fucking brain, someone who's got vision, you know? Not this bullshit. But anyway, we've made this bullshit do something kind of interesting. Anyway, it takes a brain to use this bullshit in a creative fashion, but I think now we can call this one quits.